I want you to be happier than only for a minute. I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't feel right to me.
Hey friends, it's Kitty and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my everyday winter makeup routine. This is kind of like my makeup that I wear for filming and everything. I mean, I can wear this every day. I mean, I don't wear makeup every day personally. This is kind of my makeup that I mostly wear for filming. I really like it. It's this, I did this rose gold eye, which I do change up some things from day to day, but this is typically what my winter makeup routine looks like. I really like this look and I love just how everything looks put together and stuff like that. I love it. I love this look. It's just so glowy and just love the rose goldness of this. It's definitely a Katie look and everything, and I'm super excited about this. This is my typical winter makeup routine, so yeah, there's not really much to say about it, so let's just get right into the video. Okay, so we're all cozy in the robe and everything, and now on to the makeup. It's almost like you're getting ready with me on a typical day, which you are, even though the intro is gonna be more me in normal clothes, but that's okay. I got my coffee and I'm ready to just like get ready and stuff. So this is kind of my everyday winter makeup routine, which I probably explained in the intro, but it's also on top of that. This is like my filming makeup, or my makeup I would wear if I were to go out. I mean, it's not like super like ultra fancy, but we have that fancy-esque, and I just turned on my mirror if you're wondering why I got a little bit glowier. So let's just get right into it. So first I'm just gonna use my Fresh Sugar Caramel Hydrating Lip Balm that you can see right here. I just use this for my lips. I've been using this recently. I have pretty much a dip in this and everything's just a sample, and I've been enjoying it. Probably won't repurchase. So now I'm going to go into primer. I like switch up every day. Some days I use certain primer, some days I use another primer. It kind of depends, but before I go into that, I do want to tell you what I start my skin with, just so you're curious. I use my Rose Facial Toner by Trader Joe's, which I love. Then I use the Origins Original Skin Matte Moisturizer with Willow Herb and everything. I've just been testing out different kinds of moisturizers and using different ones. But yeah, like I said, primers I kind of switch up every day. I kind of want to glow, and I also want like hydration. So I think for primer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer with the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. So I'm just gonna like pump out like a pump and like maybe like a little bit of an extra pump because I need that. And then I'm going to just take my Wet n Wild Dewy Primer and just put like literally a smidgen of that in. And I think I did this for my New Year's look, which is interesting. I'm just gonna smother it onto my face. I want this to be like, I could do a voiceover like I did for the New Year's, but I kind of want to like have this be a chatty type video today. So for foundation, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Pro Glow. I have mine in shade 202, which I love and everything. This is my second bottle of this. I love this on egg chain, by the way. Really like this. I'm gonna use it with my Sonia kashuk sponge, which needs to be wet, so I'm gonna wet that. Okay, sponge is wet, and now we're ready to apply the foundation. So I just like to kind of just like put that on my sponge, and then I will dot it around my face and then blend it in that way. I don't really use much foundation because I find I don't really need a whole lots of product. So yes, I just like stipple this in, or not even stipple, it just bounces in to my face. I go everywhere. I even go on my eyelids. I just like to get that coverage, and I love using a sponge. It's just for dry skin. I find just a sponge makes my foundation look a lot more like flawless, and it just works a lot better, and it just gives me that look I want like right off the bat. So I always do that, and I really just want this in and everything. I'm gonna try and make this video not like super long, and then I also like to go down my neck a little bit, even though this does like completely match me. I just don't like the awkward foundation line, and if I apply any extra, it's usually to my cheeks, because that's where I had most of my acne scarring. Like on my cheeks is where it's at. Okay, so I actually saw this in a video, so I'm gonna try this. Before I put on concealer, I'm actually going to cream contour. I'm gonna use my Tarte Pro Glow palette. I will either do concealer then contour, but today I'm gonna do it the opposite way around because I feel like it might like look better. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna use the Tarte Pro Glow palette to contour, and I've been loving cream contour lately. It's kind of like the thing I do, especially when I film, because I want my makeup to really like stand out. So I'm gonna use this Tarte Cosmetics 121 brush to just stipple it around, and I'm using that shade called It's actually called Shade. So I'm just gonna dip right into it and I'm gonna put a line there. I'm definitely not precise and that's kind of a weird line, but it'll definitely work out in the end. And then I just like to do like a line there. Sometimes I'll do dots, but today I'm gonna do like a line. And then I'm going to go on the sides of my nose. Just never precise, never perfect, but you know, this method works for me, so that works. And then I do a little bit under my lip, because if you do it under your lip, it just makes your lip look like a lot like smoother. And some people will do it on their jawline, but I personally don't. And then I take my sponge, and I find that using the same tool for everything kind of makes everything blended. So like your foundation will blend your contour better. It'll just like everything will seep together, I guess as you could say. So I'm just gonna blend this in, and it might look crazy to start off, but it'll get better. But yeah, I love how this looks, and I think doing this method, it kind of looks more natural. So that's the cream contour, and then we'll set it in just a few minutes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on to concealer, and today I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution. This is the conceal and define concealer. I have mine in C2. I used C3 before, but I actually am loving C2 like a lot better. I have no idea what it is about C2, but I really like the look of it. Ulta was out of C3, so I got C2, and I couldn't remember if I was C2 or C3 when I was like shopping, so I like didn't get it, you know? To my under eyes to kind of just, you know, conceal, and also onto my eyelids, to my eyebrows, chin, cupid's bow. We apply concealer all over the place. And then I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to blend it in, and I'm loving how it's looking so far, so we'll kind of see. But yes, I love how I do my makeup. I feel like over the years I've just gotten so good at doing my makeup, and then I'm just going to go over my face with my sponge and kind of just blend everything in, and I really like how the face looks so far. Okay, and then I'm not like a huge setter. Like I don't always set like my whole face, just because I find that like this part of my face kind of does its thing on its own. So for powder, I'm not really picky. I go from powder to powder and everything. Currently I have a powder in my project pan, which I believe that video is already up, so I'll link it down below if you want to see what, just see that video. You're gonna find out what the powder is either way. So I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier transparent powder, and I'm just going to take it like on my sponge, and I'm not gonna bake or anything. I'm just going to set my eye. Just find this like is a more hydration, guess sensitive way to like set, which I really like. And I like how brightening this powder is. I don't know like if it's super brightening or if that's how it's marketed, but I really like how brightening it is. And yeah, just gonna set under my eyes real quick to kind of like give them some light to them, brighten them a little bit. I'm gonna take this sponge again, and I just want to like set a little bit on the face. I don't really want like huge setting or anything, and I only really go around my cheeks and my forehead when I set, because I want like the contour to of course be smoothed out. I want it to be set, but pretty much everything I put on my face sets down to like a good amount. I think my skin just drinks everything up. And then I did this yesterday and I felt like my makeup was just better off this way, so I'm gonna use my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I'm just gonna do setting after I did, you know, setting my face. So just a quick mist. And then I'm just gonna take my sponge and kind of just go over my face again. I feel like this just adds like what I want to my face. Like it just kind of like melts everything in, which I really like. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. And then I'm just gonna let that dry real fast. Okay, so then I'm gonna take this shade in here called Sculpt, which is the powder contour. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to set wherever I put that former contour. I do have like a couple contour palettes in project pans this year, but a couple contour shades. I'm just gonna use this today because this is like basically my winter routine, what I've been doing. I really don't care. Like I kind of just go for whatever look I feel like I'm gonna get and stuff, and I can always like go in with a sponge if I feel like I went a little too ham and crazy, and I can always dab it away. So now I'm gonna go on to eyes, and typically I will like use a primer. I just like my eyeshadow less, especially if I'm gonna be filming videos for the day. So I'm just gonna use my Lorac. This is the behind the scenes eyeshadow primer. This is also in a project pan, so I'm trying to use this up, and I've been using it lately. So then I'm just gonna take whatever powder's left on this, because I know I have powder from the other day left on this, and just press it in like so. And then I'm also going to set in a second anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And then for the eyeshadow, I've been really loving this palette recently. This is the Sultry from Anastasia. I know I used this in a video recently. And I'm just gonna do a very basic, kind of like glam, I guess. I'm just gonna take this Anastasia brush and everything, and I'm just going to take the color Fresh, and I just want to set my lid with that. It's just like your basic white color, which I really like to use. And I'll just like apply it from lid, like bottom of the lid to the brow bone. So I'll kind of just make sure, and this kind of course, you know, makes like your eyeshadows like pop. It'll just make them blend a lot better. So I'm just applying that from lid to brow bone. I think this is the perfect like cream white setting color. So then I'm gonna go in with that shade called Birch, and I'm just gonna dip into that like twice, tap it off, and I'm going to go into my crease with that. I'm not necessarily going to be very precise. I'm actually going to use this mirror, so I'm going to kind of be very sloppy with it. I'm just going to kind of just blend it, diffuse it all through my crease and kind of into my outer corner as well. This is just going to be my transition for whatever else I decide to do for my eyes. And like I said, I think I'm going to go for a very basic glam look for today. And you might be thinking, Katie, you have a pan the palette. Why aren't you using that? I don't use my pan the palette. I don't force myself to use it every day. That's just me. I know I'll be in school soon and maybe I will use it every day, but as of right now, I like to play with my makeup. I use a lot of makeup, so I still work on my pan the palette a lot of times, but you know, I give myself a break. I don't use my pan the palette every day. I mean, I might use it, like, I don't obsess, you know what I mean? And yeah, so I'm just gonna apply this to my crease like I said. Okay, so the next shade I want to use is going to be Twig, which is like the perfect cool toned brown. So I'm gonna use Twig, just do 2 taps of it, and I'm just going to start off in the outer corner, outer crease, and I'm just going to kind of build that like under that color. I'm probably not gonna go like that far, and I'm probably just gonna go in halfway with it, blend it under that other shadow we applied, but I'm kind of gonna diffuse it like out so it's more on the outer corner. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Birch and mix it with Twig, and I'm just going to kind of put that in the outer corner as well, not going too far in. I'm gonna use Rose Quartz. I kind of want to go for that pinky look today, so that's what I'm gonna do. This one these shades almost seem like they have almost like a glitter effect to them, which is awesome. I really like these shades. They are just very wham bam, which I really like. So I'm just applying this to my lid. I'm going to go up to that outer corner color, but not in. We just want this to be the main focus. And this is pure pigment. Haven't wet my brush, haven't done anything. That is the pure pigment. That is insane. And I'm just gonna dab it in. That's how you get like that super, like, your just beautiful pigment. And I do want kind of a wham bam effect. Like, that is awesome, but I want to just like get like that like super like onto my eyeshadow. So I am gonna wet it a tiny bit and just apply it to that inner probably corner to half of my eye. Like, look at that compared to that. That is awesome. Doing the same thing again. Then I'm just gonna blend like my outer corner because I feel like it might have gotten disrupted. So taking Birch and Twig after like I use whatever's on my brush. That's how I start. I'm just going to blend that. I'm just gonna blend it with whatever's left on my brush. And I love how that looks and everything. I'm seriously obsessed with it. I love this palette. Like, it might be my favorite out of their palettes, even though I love Soft Glam and Norvina. Like, I just find these colors to be so beautiful, but I kind of want like a little bit more of a depth. Okay, so I'm gonna go just a step further, and I'm going to take Dystopian, which is like that deep brown color. I'm gonna apply this to this very outer corner, that very tippy tip end, and I'm not applying much. I'm just doing like a tiny bit, give it that depth to our eyes, which we love. And I'm gonna take Rose Gold just with a finger, and I'm just going to kind of like tap it in because I do want like just a little bit more oomph for the eyes. And oh yes, that's what they look like. I love that look so much. I'm going to take my Birchbox Cosmetics 122 brush, take Pearl, which is that one, and I'm going to go on to the inner corner of my eye, just like applying it there and doing a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go straight onto my brows. As you may know, if you've seen my videos before, you know I don't go crazy with my brows. I just use my Essence Make Me Brow, which is my favorite, and then I just like to kind kind of just comb this through my brows. So I'll kind of push it up and then I will do this out. My brows literally take me maybe a minute to do. Like they literally don't take me long because I don't do much with them. Like I literally do basically nothing with them. So yes, push them up and brush them up and then brush it out. I don't like a crazy brow. I just like a minimal, I guess you could call it, brow. So now I'm gonna go on to, I guess, blush, since we already did contour and blush. I also have a blush palette and my pan lip palette, which I'll link those, like I said, down below. But I'm going to use my butter blush because this is a blush that I love. This is like the butter blush, the more butter blush in Plum Rose. I love this shade so much. It is so gorgeous. I just take this on an e.l.f. stipple brush. This is my favorite like brush. I want to do like an updated brush favorites, like my ultimate brush favorites, because I think I showed all the brushes that I do own in my last video, and it's also changed. So I just love to apply this to my cheeks, and I love this blush. It just blends so beautifully. Like if you want that rosy look, it really gives that to you. And then for highlight, oh my god, I got some new highlights. So it's always like, I guess, up in the air. My highlight changes on the daily. So 3 I have gravitated towards so much recently are Becca Rose Quartz highlight. I really like this. It's like a pinky, like rose gold type color. It looks beautiful on the skin. It looks like a pink champagne almost. And then we have the Anastasia Emery highlight, which I'm obsessed with. If I want like a wham bam effect, I always go for that. It's so gorgeous. And then if I want like something that's gonna dry down to a powder, I will go with my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in On the Cusp. This is from the Astrology collection with Kathleen Light. So that's also another gorgeous shade. But I think today I'm gonna go with the Anastasia Emery highlight. I just love it, okay? So I'm obsessed with this. This is the ColourPop F7 brush. This is their fan brush. It is so small. My other one is huge, so I don't really like it. Like, look at the comparison of these. Like, that's a lot. So I use this to like dust any like eyeshadow out of like here, like that. I'm just gonna do that real quick, and I'm just gonna spray my fan brush with some setting spray. Normally I would set my face, but I think I want to save that for the end. And yes, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna let this dry for a second, and then I'm gonna take this and go right there. Ooh, yes, glow that this gives. Seriously, my favorite. I think I'm gonna do a favorite like top 5 highlights video very soon. I want to do a lot of top 5 videos, but I feel like those are videos I have to plan out just strategically a little tiny bit and stuff. But I'm super excited. My friend here on YouTube, Jessie, does a lot of those videos, and she's definitely inspired me to make like those types of videos and stuff like that, because I think they're so fun to talk about your top 5 favorites and kind of suggest things. High-end and drugstore, I don't really have 5 like highlights drugstore, but I think I'm gonna like figure that out, like discover that for myself. I definitely have 2 that I know for a fact are my favorites, but other than that I don't. So yes, I just like to apply this. Honestly, I like to apply highlight everywhere. I almost like myself to be like a glazed donut. Yeah, love it to be yummy looking. Why not? And then eyeliners, I am gonna do this today because I love the look of it, but sometimes my eyes can be sensitive, so sometimes I will skip this step, but I do my eyeliners. So I have both from ColourPop. ColourPop is honestly my favorite brand for eyeliners. So the first one is the Mr. Bang ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. I believe Kathleen created this, and I really like this. It's just a nice brown, and I will like apply this to my upper waterline, so like my tight line. Every time I do this, I'm like, beauty is pain, beauty is pain. And then lower waterline is slightly easier to do. So this one is just in Honeydew. This is their cream gel liner as well. These are my favorite eyeliners and everything. I recently got these, and so I'd like my waterline to just be like a nude color. White is too harsh, I find, but this color is perfect. And then onto mascara. These, I think this last I'm gonna use these because I find they're just getting very like, I know when to throw out my mascaras because my eyes just get very irritated. So I like to mix these 2. So I like to use the Bad Gal Bang for Benefit and the Sephora Lash Craft Volume Mascara. And I'm gonna do this kind of like speed it up because this will get way too long. And then I typically don't do bottom mascara because I find it just irritates my eyes. I just don't. And then lips. Lips is something I change up every day. It's not like I stick to one liquid lipstick or one lipstick in general and like that's the lipstick I do every day. I switch it up every day. Some days I'll go with a matte liquid lipstick. Some days I just like bullet lipstick, which actually most days it's a bullet lipstick. Liquid lipstick is very rare for me unless it's like this one, which is XOXO Cosmetics Baby by Kira. So I roll in between these two lipsticks when it comes to my project pan. That's it. And actually my favorite lipstick like ever is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Color Splash lipstick, whatever the hell this is called, in Rum Punch. I love this so much. It is just best lipstick ever. I just love it. It's just a nice nude. But in my project pan I have the Maybelline Petal Rebel Color Whisper. I have no idea if this is even a thing anymore, but I still have a couple of them, and that's my project pan. It was in my project pan last year because it just takes me forever to use up. Then the Clinique, I believe this is the Avant Pop lipstick, and this is in Sugar Plum Pop. The print is so small I can hardly read it. Girl is a little blind, okay? But today I think I'm gonna use the Clinique just because like never use them. These are both like lipsticks that are more like tinted lip balm, so it's like a very like sheer type color. And then lately I've been loving a gloss. I'm going to use this. This is also in the project pan, the Sephora Gel Gloss Ultra Shine Up Lip Gel, and this is in the shade Perfect Nude, which I really like. This lip gloss is amazing. I love the feeling of it. It's just the most creamy lip gloss ever, and I actually have the full size of this as well, and I'm trying to use it up and I love it. The applicator is also awesome as well. And then I will take my setting spray and I will go ahead and do a good mist. And sometimes I will like take my highlight brush and kind of just put it more on there to kind of give like an overall good glow. And then I will take my sponge and kind of blend out any parts that I feel like need somewhat of blending. So yes, this is the final look. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I love how glowy it is and just how beautiful it is and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and please comment down below what your typical everyday makeup routine looks like and stuff like that, and let me know what other videos you would like to see next. I would love to hear about that in the comments. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already because I post videos every single week. Usually I post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. At least that's my schedule currently. So please subscribe, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!